Hello, so this is Dr. Carl Jun. Growing up, he initially wanted to follow his father's footsteps of actually becoming a chemical engineer. So he had that science passion when he was still a child. He attended the US Naval Academy in about 1971, choosing the pre-medicine major, which I'm actually on right now as well. But he was mainly influenced by his mother's struggle with the disease lupus. He then attended Baylor's College of Medicine. Actually, while he was still in medicine, he became interested. He sparked that interest for research. He did research in malaria, HIV, and also cancer. Mainly influenced by his wife's battle with cancer, Dr. Jun actually focused on cancer specifically called leukemia. But he faced multiple challenges on developing new therapies in this field because it wasn't even known at that time, it wasn't even considered. Dr. Jun, he's passionate for research and all, but he doesn't only spend his most of his time in the lab, but he loves to go long hikes in the mountain. He also have 5 children and 4 grandchildren as well. So he tries to divide his time and spend time with them as well. Something I admire about him is his passion he has to what he's doing, specifically fighting against cancer. He was the first person to develop this first CAR T cell therapy. This is a breakthrough for the treatment of cancer. And particularly, it's inspiring to me because I share similar passion for understanding and fighting against genetic mutation that leads to cancer. Well, I might not be on that stage yet, but his work actually fuels my ambition, to one day delve into the realm of genetics and mutation. So, immunology, genetic engineering, and cellular therapy, these are actually some of the fields that Dr. June is involved in biology. He's mainly focused on questions that are related to, how genetically engineered T cells might be used to treat cancer, or questions like how can the CAR T cells be engineered by using, newer technologies like gene editing technologies like the Cas9 CRISPR technology. So this research that is one Carl did on CAR T cell therapy, and specifically it's for young patients with a type of blood cancer known as the B cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. So based on the result that you can see on the graph, the first graph shows how long remission lasts after treatment, and that is the period when cancer is not active. We can see that for 61 patients who responded to the treatment, that many of them actually remained uh, the remission over the 22-month period. But the line drops a bit over time, indicating that the chance that they will stay remission decreasing. However, median duration of the remission was not reached, so which means more than half of the patients actually stayed in remission for the entire time, and that's shown on the graph. So when we're looking at graph B, we see the event-free graph, and it shows time patients without any cancer-related events. It was seen, by 6 months, around 73% are actually, event-free. And when we're looking at the overall survival graph, on the other hand, it shows the percentage of people who are actually still alive after the treatment. And at 6 months, the line at around like was around like 90%. But at the time, as time went on, some patients passed away. However, many were actually still living. This kind of suggests that this treatment could have actually a potential to improve survival even after 6 months. So, based on the results that we have seen on this graph, it suggests that this treatment was actually effective for most people. It might not be for all, but for most people. So, Dr. Jun actually played a big role in opening doors to genetics and cancer therapy. The CAR T cell therapy is a really powerful treatment, and we've talked about this in class as well. For a certain type, is powerful for certain type of blood cancers right now. However, there are also next steps that can be taken. It might be like reducing the side effects faced after taking the treatment, or it might be even applying this method not only for blood cancers but also for other body parts as well. Dr. Jun is one of the most essential people in the history of science. I see because he brought us closer to treating to this disease we feared for so many years, which is cancer. His personal experience with his wife, mother, and his huge interest in science shaped him to become the person he is right now. And through his work of the CAR T cell therapy, and other alternative gene editing methods that he's trying to use right now, he continues to influence the lives of others. So this was it about, Dr. Kalb June. So thank you for listening, and these are my references.